What a ride it's been. Hello, everybody. I am Hurricane Rising Hurricane, and I am your host for the Wings of Fire Awards 2019. This is the fourth year in a row that this has been happening, and I could not be more proud and excited to present this to you guys. So, we're going to get started in just a few moments, but before we do that, I'm going to say a couple things. First off, I wanted to thank Biohazardia for all of the art that you just saw. She so graciously allowed me to use her art, and I could not be any more thankful for that. So thank you, Bio, for letting me use your beautiful art for the countdown. And also I'd like to thank Music Mommy and Sami Laine, or Sami J Laine, for providing the music. They collaborated together on Her Legacy, which was the first song that you guys heard if you were here that early. And also, Music Mommy made Whiteout, which was the piano song that you heard. And Sami J Laine worked on every other song, including Pathfinder, Alliance of Heroes, Her Legacy, and Clearsight's Last Farewell. Pathfinder is not a Wings of Fire track, unlike the rest of them, but it so greatly encapsulated the hype that builds around this, not just for the viewer, but for myself as well. This has been a lot of work. It took me a lot of time. I don't know exactly how many hours, but it took me a long time, and it was a lot on everybody's part, and I really cannot thank those people enough. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit sick, I'm a little congested, so if you hear me like sniffling, or if my voice sounds a little bit weird, that's why. Okay, so, one more thing, and then I'm going to give you guys something special, and then we will start. So, I'm going to really quick explain how this works. We're going to go through each category. There are 3 or 4 nominees per category, depending on which ones they are. Some just had 3 for some reason, some being somebody either did not want to participate, was not eligible to participate, or there just wasn't enough people. I did my absolute best to find everybody and make sure that I had the right links to everybody. And I did screw up with Rainy, actually, for Amino, because there's like 5 Rains. Something like that. I don't know. Amino is not something I use very much. So, but I'm gonna go through each person, and then I will say the winner, and then we will move on, and we're gonna kind of go through. So, I'll explain also explain as they go along as we go along what each category actually means. And we'll go from there. So, in order, what we will be having tonight is Most Improved, Most Creative, Most Recognizable, Best Artist, Best Animator, Best Writer, Best Musician, Best Instagram Account, Best DeviantArt Account, Best Amino Account, Best Group/Fan Account, and finally, Creator of the Year, which is the highest award that one can receive tonight. Now, I have something special. I was at BossCon a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, almost. Actually, no, it was about 1 week ago. And I had the wonderful opportunity to sit down and talk with Tui Sutherland, and that was incredible. It was seriously one of the most incredible moments of my life. And I actually did get her to record something for tonight. So, in just a few moments, I have a recording of Tui T. Sutherland, and she's going to come on and she's going to say some things. And also, put to rest some rumors that have been going around about Book 14. Here we go.
Hi, this is Tui. I just wanted to say hi to all of you. Thank you for creating all of your amazing work. I am so honored and amazed by all the creativity out there. And I'm sure that everything here deserves an award, so I hope the ceremony goes really well, but I love all of you. And I was authorized to tell those of you who don't know already that the protagonist for Book 14 is going to be Queen Snowfall of the Ice Wings. So I hope that's exciting for some of you. I can't wait to see the art that comes out of that and all the cool snowfall paintings. And I guess just have a wonderful ceremony, and you guys are amazing. Yay!
Yep. So, you heard it from Tui herself. The protagonist of Book 14 is confirmed 100% to be Queen Snowfall of the Ice Wings. Some people have been debating as to whether or not she was the protagonist or not. I mean, Bio has been spreading it like wildfire, and that's great, but there were still some skeptics. I think that this will be 100% putting it to rest. So, there you have it, straight from the horse's mouth. She's not a horse, and she doesn't have a mouth like a horse. But yep, there we go. So, yeah, we just kind of threw it on her, and I was like, hey, can you record this thing? And she's like, okay. And we all did it. So, or she did it, and it was so amazing. So, yeah. Okay, so let's get into it now for real. So, the first category we have is most improved. So most improved is the person who's improved in their work the most over the course of 2019. So this is a fairly self-explanatory category. But this could be in various ways. It could be in the way that they've improved as a person. It could be the ways that they've improved in all sorts of ways with their artwork or their writing, their music. And in this we have quite a few artists. So we have Solaris Samaras, Alaska Drawing, Dolphin Draws 10, and Kenya Joy. Each of these people have contributed quite a bit to the community. Their artwork is iconic in their own ways. And yes, and these are the nominees. So, without further ado, the winner of Most Improved. And the winner is Alaska Drawing. So, congratulations, Alaska. She also went to BossCon with us. She is one of the co-creators of Pyrrhia Pantala Alliance University. And I've watched her, and many of us have watched her grow. And it's really incredible to see how far that she's come from the beginning to now. So, congratulations, Alaska. If you're here, congratulations. Next, we have Most Creative. So the Most Creative Award will go to the person who's shown great creativity in their work. This could be something like a unique style that nobody is able to mimic, or nobody has ever been able to really do before, or having unique concepts that transcend other content around. And that's not to say that other content is bad, or uncreative content is bad. Uncreative content's incredible, but they've really gone above and beyond. And I think that that's worthy of recognition, and that's why this category is here. So yeah, I think she's busy with school. I am a little bit too, to be honest. I could be doing very productive things right now, but I'm here. So, the 4 nominees are Callista from Amino, Max from Amino, Hyperion Draws from Instagram, and Moonfire, also known as Mundo Cool on Instagram. So, they all have quite creative things, like they might have designs, or they might have animations, or all sorts of things that make them unique and make them creative. So, again, without further ado, the winner of Most Creative. Congratulations, Moonfire. You have won most creative. So, congratulations. Moonfire is known for her characters, and she's known for her very creative commissions. She primarily does commissions nowadays, it seems, mainly looking on DeviantArt and whatnot. But she has quite an eye-catching style that, similar to most recognizable, is something that catches people's eyes. Speaking of most recognizable, that's next on our list. So most recognizable goes to the person with an art, writing, or music style one could pick out of a crowd. So in other words, this award goes to the person whose work is most iconic and recognizable. This could be through a style, like I said. It could be through an art style or a writing style or a musical style, or anything else, be it animation or skits or whatever. But these people are incredibly recognizable in some way, shape, or form. So, the 4 nominees for most recognizable are Biohazardia, Max from Amino, Saint Fallen, and Morph from Amino. Biohazardia and Saint Fallen are from DeviantArt. Biohazardia is actually on all 3 platforms, but I'm not sure about Saint Fallen. I know she is on DeviantArt, though. And now, the winner Congratulations, Bio. You have won most recognizable. She's been doing so much art for so long. It's crazy that she has a lot of work. She is working a job. She's working with school. And she is one of the co-founders of Pyrea Pantala and also one of its most active members on the back end, at least. I mean, I don't know how much she actually does stuff on the front lines when it comes to, you know, actually using her characters, but she's done a lot for Pyrea Pantala in general, and she also won Creator of the Year last year. So congrats to Biohazardia. And next we are going to go for Best Artist. So we only have 3 because the 4th person was ineligible to participate for various reasons, which I will not go into. Sorry. But next we have Best Artist. So the Best Artist goes to the person who has the best art among DeviantArt, Amino, and Instagram. In retrospect, I think best art is not the right word to use. These people surely have wonderful art, and it's very iconic and wonderful in their own ways. But to call them the best is a bit of a stretch because art is subjective, and that's the beauty of it. And that goes with other things like writing and music and animation and anything else like that. So it's important to recognize while these 3 individuals here, Biohazardia, Diamond Cat, and Max, are wonderful and amazing and talented, that doesn't mean they're the best. It's all subjective. So if you think that these 3 are terrible, which, I mean, that's your opinion, but that's exactly it. It's your opinion. It's subjective. So, anyways, the winner for Best Artist Congratulations to Bio, you won again. You've won Best Artist. Again, best is a subjective term. The people who voted for Bio thought she was the best of the 4, but again, the beauty is in the eye of the beholder, as always. Next, we have Best Animator. Bio, I know you're worried, but you're not nominated for this, so don't worry. Best Animator goes to the person who has created incredible Wings of Fire-based animations over the course of 2019. These can be multi-animator projects, they can be PMVs, they can be like memes or skits, they can just be straight-up animations. And these four people are all actually on, they're all on YouTube primarily, but some of them have DeviantArt or Amino accounts. So here we are. The four nominees are Verasai, Frozen Gem, Rachel the Rainwing, and Blue Jay. Rachel the Rainwing only uses YouTube as far as I know, so I wasn't able to post any of her art. I was only able to post, the front page of her YouTube channel. So, someone asked, how do you nominate somebody? How you nominate people is a few months before the awards begin, there's a preliminary voting period. You get to put in whoever you want for whichever categories you want, except for Creator of the Year, which is always required. You must put someone in for that. And when the voting period for preliminaries is over, I close it up, and I go and I look at all of them, and I create a list of the top 4. This year there were a lot of ties, so I tried to be as objective as possible with giving people these last few spots. They were extremely difficult choices, and I tried to be as objective as possible. I would like to add, I never vote except in the event of a tie. And I never vote for my friends. I vote for who I think deserves it more. Everybody deserves it, honestly. But who deserves it more? So, Verasai, Frozen Gem, Rachel the Rainwing, and Blue Jay. And the winner for Best Animator. Congratulations, Verasai. You have won Best Animator. By the way, I should add, these people are not winning nothing. The community has contributed to a prize pool, which has since closed, but people have contributed to a prize pool, and following the stream, I will post a journal on DeviantArt and a post on Amino containing all of the people who have won. Then those people can go and message the winners, or the winners can go and message those people, or the people who volunteered can go and message the winners, and you can figure out what you're doing from there. Okay, so next we have Best Writer. So again, only 3 votes because the 4th person was unable to be a part of this for various reasons. The Best Writer Award goes to the person who's demonstrated a great writing skill of Wings of Fire related content throughout 2019. And the 3 nominees are Mystric, Arbitrary Renaissance, and Dreamy Breezy Fantasy. So these 3, if I am not mistaken, are all part of Pyrea Pantala. PPAU, Pyrea Pantala Alliance University, which is a wonderful group full of role players. I'm part of this group. But Mystric, Arbitrary Renaissance, and Dreamy Breezy Fantasy have all contributed to Wings of Fire fanfiction or short stories, things like that. So, yes, these 3 are absolutely wonderful. And now, here we go. The winner... Congratulations to Mystric. You have won Best Writer. So, congratulations. I personally have not read some of Mystric's stuff. I pretty much just discovered her while getting all of the votes together for the Wings of Fire Awards. I know that she's a part of PPAU, but I mean, give her my not my condolences. That's typically for bad things. Give her my congratulations, and I'll go and probably read her stuff shortly, but like shortly after the stream, very soon. So, Congratulations, Mistrick. You've won Best Writer. I believe at this point we're now almost halfway done. There's 10 categories, or 11 or 12. There's quite a few. I think this next one, after we're done with this, will be halfway done. So we're getting there. Next we have Best Musician. So the Best Musician Award will go to the person who's created inspiring, passionate, or just downright impressive and great music related to Wings of Fire in some way over the course of 2019. The three we have here are Music Mommy, Sami J. Laine, and Crescent Music. Crescent Music also can go by Angela Rubino if you're in the right places. Sami J. Laine sometimes goes as SJLS, and Music Mommy is also known as Gretchen Ratke. Sami J. Laine and Music Mommy both created the music for the awards, so thank you to them. Crescent Music, she mainly does commission work, but it's still incredibly impressive nonetheless. Yes, for those of you wondering, that is a pumpkin. She carved that by herself for Halloween. So it's incredibly impressive. And while I couldn't really grab a picture of her icon, I was able to grab a picture of that. So I just had to show it. So now, without further ado, as I move the track back here, the winner of Best Musician Congratulations, Crescent Music. You've won Best Musician. I'm going to be completely honest. This surprised me a little bit too. Crescent Music is incredible at what she does, but I honestly, genuinely thought that Music Mommy or SJLS would win. Really, I'm checking right now to make sure I didn't screw something up. No, I did not. She won 41% of the votes. So I'm sorry for doubting you, but it did surprise me a little bit. She's the underdog compared to the other two, but congratulations. Yeah, good job. Also, I love your character, Black Slayer Gang, and also Fluff Dirk. Okay. Here we go. Cypress is her name. I had to remember it for a second. Okay. Next, we have Best Instagram Account. So the Best Instagram Account goes to the person who's contributed significantly on Instagram to the Wings of Fire community. Again, best is a relative term. What you might think might not fall in line with what these people think. Sorry. But yes, the underdog stories are definitely the best kind. So here we have Biohazardia, NCS Artists, X-Praised, and Paragantella. I just want to say a little bit about each of these because I think that they're quite special. Biohazardia we've already talked about, so I'll be brief. She's one of the co-owners of Pyrea Pentala. She is doing her PhD right now, which is a incredibly high amount of work, and I am incredibly impressed that she's able to balance school and art and her life and all of these things together. It's a perfect balancing act, so really, that's good job there. NCS Artists, he's known for making lots of Wings of Fire based memes, and he's been consistently making more and more memes with his snake Kishi, which I also find quite funny. Praised is somebody I discovered over the course of the Wings of Fire Awards. So, I mean, Praise is a wonderful artist, and I definitely am looking forward to more things from her. And then Paragantella has mastered the art of Joy Ang's and Mike Holmes' styles. She's able to extremely accurately make her art look like Wings of Fire covers. I mean, just look at that. She's also pretty much mastered the graphic art style, or the graphic novel style. So she can flip on a dime, and it's incredibly impressive. And it's a really unique skill that I can't say much people have in the community. So, now the winner. I mean, these are all incredible people, but there can be only one winner. Yes, it's Pyrea, not Pyria or Perhia or something like that. It's Pyrea. And the winner of the best Instagram account. Congratulations again, Bio. You have won best Instagram account. Bio's on a roll right now. I think this is like the third one she's won. Hold on, let me look. One, two. Yeah, this is the third one that she's won. So, congratulations. That's the third one that you've won tonight. So, good job, Bio. Congratulations. I don't want to keep saying the same things over and over because I'll just be here all night saying the same thing, and it must be, and I'm sure it'd be quite annoying. So we're gonna move on now to best DeviantArt account. There are 3 people for this. So best DeviantArt account award goes to the person who's contributed significantly on DeviantArt to the WAF community, the Wings of Fire community, not WAF community. Yeah, it's not Pira, it's Pyrea. Pira, I can see where you're coming from. But yeah, it's Pyrea. So, saying best DeviantArt / Instagram / Amino account is quite an open one because these sites aren't truly limited to this. These aren't truly limited. These categories to any one medium. So far, it's basically just been musicians or artists or writers or animators, but with this, it's anything really. So it could be music, it could be artwork, it could be animations, it could be writing, it could be any of these. So the 3 nominees are Biohazardia, Pastel Dragon, and Ray River. And the winner of Best DeviantArt account Bio is on a roll. Just wow. Completely on a roll. Incredible. Bio, I'm going to just say it again. Bio has done so much for the Wings of Fire community in this last year and last year as well. So, and by I guess last year I should say 2018 because it's not 2019 anymore. Still getting that messed up. But throughout 2018, throughout 2019, she's been incredibly significant in this community. So, congratulations, Bio. Next, we have Best Amino account. So, this is similar to Best Instagram, Best DeviantArt account, but it's for Amino. So, the person who's contributed significantly to the Wings of Fire community on Amino. Amino is easily the largest congregation of Wings of Fire fans, with so many people. It's really incredible to see such a congregation. There's 49,935 members. I'm checking right now. So close to 50,000. Hopefully you guys can get there real soon. Is it rigged? It's not rigged, I promise. All of the people, there were no ties. There was one very close tie, but it is not rigged, I promise. So, we have Aerokiba, Max, Rainy, and Binturong. It took me a second to remember who won this one, but yes, I remember. It's been a busy few days for me. But Amino's not something I've used in the past. I just never did. I just didn't do it. I mean, there's definitely some incredible artists on there and incredible creators. These 4 are wonderful examples, but yeah, it's just never something I really got into, but maybe I should. I don't know. Yes, I don't release vote counts, ever. I don't want anybody's feelings to get hurt because somebody won 80% of the votes and then somebody like got 1 vote. I don't want to do that to anybody. It's just not right, you know? So I hide how many votes, and I also hide who wins up until now. So right now, next is best group and / fan account, and then after that is creator of the year. Nobody knows who's won those yet, except for me. So next we have best amino account, Aerokiba, Max, Rainy, and Binturong. And the winner of best amino account Congratulations, Aerokiba, if you're here. You have won best amino account. So congratulations. Aerokiba, I believe, is also on DeviantArt. I've seen her art here and there, and it blows me away every time. Without fail. It's so impressive, and her style is so wonderful. So Aerokiba is definitely somebody that you guys should go and give a follow to. You guys should go and give a follow to everybody. Again, when the Wings of Fire Awards has concluded tonight, I will be posting the journals up, the journal / post up on DeviantArt and Amino. So there they will be there. Next we have best group / fan account. This was a nightmare to get pictures for, by the way, because of just how do you get a picture for a group. It was quite a challenge. She's on Instagram too? Okay, thank you for telling me. I'll definitely go and give her a look. So, the Best Group / Fan Account Award is one that is very misunderstood. It goes to the best account on any 3 platforms who have created something great for the people of the Wings of Fire community to enjoy. This can include Amino fan accounts, Instagram fan accounts, and DeviantArt groups. What this means, and I'm going to say this because it throws a lot of people off, because people were voting for just completely normal users for the winner for this category. What it actually is are group accounts, or ones that repost other people's art or things like that, or just a group of people working together to create something. So a good example is Wings of Fire at the bottom right, which has several admins who all work to bring together a congregation of lots of different creations made by the Wings of Fire community. The Wings of Fire Amino staff and just the Wings of Fire Amino in general is a really good example as well. Because, again, it's a group of people coming together to aggregate or congregate a lot of different things. Pyrea Pantala is a group of people that share a common interest. They like to roleplay and they love Wings of Fire. So that's exactly what Pyrea Pantala is for. And it also helps to explore some what-if types of lores, like what if this happened, what if that happened. And Quizwings is, again, its own group that creates things for the Wings of Fire Amino. So it's under the blanket of the Wings of Fire Amino, but they're a separate group, I consider them to be, because when it comes to the Wings of Fire Amino, I decided, because somebody has to get the awards, right? It's not like you're going to make an award for every single person. The price pool people aren't going to make an award for every single person on Amino. There's almost 50,000. So instead, the staff will be getting those. How you guys are actually going to figure that out and like distribute those prizes, that's up to you guys. But anyways, the winner for best group fan account congratulations to the Wings of Fire Amino staff. You guys have won Best Group / Fan Account. These people work tirelessly, day and night, to bring together all of this content and create and feature art that they think is most deserving. Pyrea Pantala, yeah, I know there's a lot of Papau guys out there, Pyrea Pantala guys. You guys are incredible on your own. So, I mean, I'm a little biased there because I am also part of Pyrea Pantala, and I wanted them to win, but they did not win. So, the Wings of Fire Amino staff, though, are definitely deserving of this. So, if you guys are here, congratulations. If you guys aren't here, then you guys will see this soon, I'm sure. And now, we've come to the last one, Creator of the Year. Now, when I give out the person who wins this, don't leave yet, because afterwards I'm going to be talking a little bit more about the awards in general, the future, which I think you guys should definitely listen to about the future. And I'll also do like a little bit of a Q&A session if you guys want to know about like the inner workings of it, or if you guys have any questions about things, or if you guys have any suggestions for next year. I do take suggestions into account. So, yeah, stick around. So anyway, here we go. Creator of the Year. The Creator of the Year award goes to the person who has made outstanding contributions to the Wings of Fire community as a whole. So, these 4 have done incredible amounts of work for the Wings of Fire community. Max creates so much beautiful art, and I believe he makes a lot of adopts for people and gives people the chance to have new characters. I could be wrong on that, but he definitely has a massive presence on Amino. Biohazardia, what more is there to be said? I've said so much about her. She's the co-creator of PPAU. She pumps out so much art, and she has a wonderful style to top it off. And then we have Peregrine who's the master of switching styles. She can go from one to the other without any hesitation. It's such an incredible skill, and I wish that was something that I had. And lastly, Fate Dancer. Fate Dancer is one of the admins for the Wings of Fire Amino. One of the 3 head admins, I should say. I believe there's 3 head admins. So, she, along with the others, the other head admins, and all of the moderators below them, have contributed so much to the community on Amino. So, only one can win of these amazing people. And as we come to a beautiful end to this night, we will announce the winner of Creator of the Year. And the winner of Creator of the Year for the Wings of Fire Awards 2019 . Congratulations, Biohazardia. You have won Creator of the Year for the 2nd year in a row. A first ever. There's nobody like Bio. She's done so much for this community. She travels to meet the wonderful author Tui Sutherland. She makes amazing merchandise and art telling stories of the canon Wings of Fire series. She runs Pyrea Pantala, which is an incredibly stressful job. And she's won a record 5 awards in a single night. There is nobody that can match Biohazardia. From Amino to Instagram to DeviantArt. She does it all. She even has a YouTube channel. She posts things and helps people grow and learn. And if you ask me, there is no one more deserving of Creator of the Year than Biohazardia. To those of you leaving now, thank you so much for being a part of this journey with me. Your support means everything to me. Thank you. And that concludes our ceremony. To all of you who showed up and watched this, thank you. Your support means everything to me. It's what propels me to go forward, and it's what drives me to make every year better than the last. So, thank you so much. And if you want to leave now, that is okay, but you can also stay around and we can talk for a little bit. The dust has settled. It's over. So, I will be posting the winners of all of the awards shortly after the stream. Make sure that if you guys have donated to the prize pool, get in contact with the winners. Winners do the same with the people in the prize pool. So go ahead and help them out. Go and get your prizes because you deserve them. Thank you guys for coming. Really, I haven't said that enough, and I know this sounds very much like a finale type thing, but I'm still gonna be here for probably another 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and we'll talk. Yeah, you guys are very welcome. For those of you saying thank you. And alright, so in the future, I'm still planning on doing the Wings of Fire Awards. There's no sign of this stopping anytime soon. It's definitely going to go on for at least another year. I can never say what's going to happen the year after, but I can 100% say that in 2020 there will be another Wings of Fire Awards. It'll be a little bit earlier, probably in the year. Instead of February, it'll probably be in January, because we're coming up on the end of February, and you know it's a little bit late if you ask me to celebrate things that have happened in 2019 in February, late February of 2020. So I'm gonna kind of shoot for a January time-ish. So yeah, some category ideas, you're taking them. Best new artist, animator, writer, musician, best character design, best art piece. Okay, so the best new things are actually something that I tried not last year but the year before, 2017. One of the biggest complaints with the Wings of Fire Awards. Sorry, 1 second, I got a cough. Sorry about that. One of the biggest complaints with the first year of the Wings... Yes, this is Q&A time. One of the biggest complaints was that only the popular people won. And I can understand that. The popular people... It's not just the popular people. There's so many more in the community that are deserving of awards, but they simply fly under the radar because they aren't as popular as somebody like Bio, right? I'm glad that you guys enjoyed the awards. Thank you so much. So, my solution initially was to create subcategories. They would be based on follower count. So if you were under a certain threshold, you would be eligible for the lower category of watchers or followers, not necessarily, you know, quality or whatnot. But also, if you were above that number, you'd be for the upper level. So the popular people would compete with the popular people, and the less popular people would compete with the less popular people. There were two problems with that initial design, and if I can think of something, or if somebody else can think of something that would find a way to streamline it more, it'd be very much appreciated, and I'll give it a shot. But the how it worked was there was that, right? There were subcategories, so half of the people, or people under 300 followers, that was the cutoff. People under 300 followers would compete with each other, and then people over 300 followers would compete with each other. And I thought that would work, but it didn't really, because it was a nightmare to set up in the back end. This takes a lot of work, and it's a nightmare to set up with, things like all the graphics. Like, all of these graphics take a lot of time. They took me, to do all these graphics, probably took me like 3 hours. I'd say it took me, actually, probably like 2.5. Yeah, it was very time consuming. So imagine having to do that twice. That's basically why I chose not to do it, partially. Another thing was that, like what Arbitrary brought up just now, what Arby brought up, not everybody knows everybody. There are some people that nobody knows about, yet have done such incredible things, so how do you vote for somebody you don't even know, right? It's a struggle. So one of the things I did to alleviate that this year is because I understand that not everybody knew everybody, and that's perfectly acceptable. So what I did on the finalist form was, at the bottom, I posted a link to every single finalist's main page, or what I thought was their main page at least. So if somebody was confused as to, wow, I don't know who Biohazardia is, they can scroll down to the bottom and they can go and look at their artwork and say, wow, that's pretty cool. So let's see what else we have here. Okay. There should be a best handcrafter to the artist who creates art with handworks like the loom band artist or clay artist, etc. Yeah, I'll definitely consider that, but when I create categories, I have questions in mind. This isn't me making excuses, this is just simply me thinking out loud. I think, A, will people know 4 or more people that do these things? Because there has to be 4 or more people, right? Sometimes there can be 3, but 3 is not preferred. 4 is preferred. So, yes, if there are more than 4 people who do crafts and sculptures and things like that, then absolutely. I don't see any problems with that. But if there's less than 4 people, or if there's less than 4 people that everybody actually knows, or that anybody knows, then it kind of is a waste of time. So it's like, it's a struggle for me. But I will definitely consider that. Now that those people are rising to prominence, and that now that those people are becoming more and more popular, I think that it's definitely a possibility nowadays. Somebody asked a similar question last year, but this year, or like for the 2018 one, somebody asked that, but I think for the 2021, I think it's definitely a possibility. So, Biohazardia says, I might give away some of my prizes this year, in thanks to everyone who voted to help get me to where I am. Go ahead. I mean, if you want to, then yeah. I gotta eat, so hurry. Who's the best talent? The Gold Talon. Gold Talon, best Talon. But yeah, I think that's probable. But yes, Bio, if you want to give away your prizes, go ahead. They're yours. I have no control over what you do with those prizes, and also if people make them. So I've tried to find a way to enforce people to pay their dues and do the art that they said they would do, but the thoughts that I had in mind were a bit too extreme. Like, one of them, I said you had a month to do it, unless you said otherwise. If you were out of, if you didn't have access to internet for that time, or if you were incredibly busy with things like school or work or whatever, then that'd be fine. But after a month, then every week that you don't submit it, you have to pay 10 points, 10 DeviantArt points, to me, which then would go to the person who won the category. Alana May 27, Infinity Loom, Dragons of Rainbow Loom, Wings of Sculpty, all Instagram handcrafters. There you go. Yeah, that's totally that's totally doable. That might happen next year. But yeah, I definitely thought that was a way. Like, I originally thought that's a really good idea, because now people don't want to lose their points. So yeah, but that was a very controversial one, because, you know, it's money. I'm basically saying, if you don't do this free art for somebody, yeah, then you have to pay money. Yeah, so it was quickly shut down. I posted that months before, in like June or July of 2018 or something like that. And I basically was like, hey, what do you guys think of this? And everybody was like, no, don't do that. Tax evasion, more like point evasion. Yeah, kinda. But yeah, ultimately I decided not to do it. It was a bad idea from the start. Let's see. What about traditional art? Traditional art could definitely be something for that, but that kind of falls under best artist, because there wasn't best digital artist. In the past, there has been best traditional artist, best digital artist. But yeah, most people would just ignore me. Yeah, because I also can't force them to say, like, pay me or else, you know? Like, I can't do that. So it's really just on like an honor system, right? I'm trusting that you'll honor your word, and I'm trusting that you will go and give the people the art that they deserve. If you do it, wonderful. If not, I honestly cannot stop you, but, you know. Yeah, DeviantArt staff would probably have a problem with it too. Yeah, that's a good point. So, like, I might get, like, banned from using points or something like that. Yeah, it's just not a good idea. So I didn't do it, and I don't plan on ever doing it. So, but yeah, traditional art and digital art used to be their own separate categories, because yeah, there's a lot of digital artists and there's a lot of traditional artists, but when it comes to digital versus traditional, typically digital artists win. That's the trend I've noticed in the past. But I decided that I would just merge them back together, because it just seemed right, you know? I had a reason for this. Hold on. I mean, best digital artist and best traditional artist, they're kind of samey. You know, they're like the same award. So I'm basically giving... Hello. You just missed the ceremony, but the ceremony will be... the ceremony will be on like a DVR thing, so after the stream is done, you can go and watch it back. And then a journal and post will be made on DeviantArt and Amino respectively, detailing who's won everything. So just stay tuned for that. But yeah, they were kind of like the same award twice, so I ultimately said, I'm not doing that. It's a bad idea. Nobody wins in that scenario, because I'm overstating. It's too much. It's the same award twice, which I think is not right. So, what do you use for streaming? I use Streamlabs OBS. It's free and it's incredibly useful. It links directly to whatever you're using. It can link directly to Twitch. It can link directly to Mixer. It can link directly to YouTube. It makes streaming incredibly easy. It makes editing incredibly easy. And it's much more easy to use, in my opinion, than typical OBS, which I also have experience in. For a long time, I used typical OBS because Streamlabs OBS was not out. But I think Streamlabs OBS had its soft launch in 2017 or 2018, and then I immediately switched over. You can also do things like custom like alerts. So if somebody subscribes, or if somebody donates, or if somebody does a super chat, you can have a little thing on the stream there, so people can see, like, you know, what actually is going on. It increases engagement. So yeah, Streamlabs OBS is very good. It also can be shortened to SLOBS or SLOBS. So yeah, that's what it is. Now that I actually know how to use drawing tablet, my art will hopefully look slightly better than before. Drawing tablets are great. You should definitely use them if you have them. Some people are crazy and they draw stuff with their mice, which is like some people are really good at it. Like local goblin slash elixir is very, very good at doing it, at drawing, and she draws entirely by hand. Why is Gold Winglet best winglet? I said Gold Talon best Talon. In Pyrea Pantala Alliance University, or PPAU, which is what I'm in, there are no winglets, there are talons. So, there's like the Sapphire Talon, and the Ruby Talon, and the Gold Talon, and the Silver Talon, and things like that. One of my characters is a member of the Gold Talon, and a number of people that are in this stream are also members of the Gold Talon. So when we have our own little thing where we say Gold Talon, best Talon. The Gold Winglet and the Gold Talon have no correlation to each other whatsoever. The Silver Winglet and the Silver Talon have no correlation whatsoever. None of the Winglets, none of the Talons have any correlation. Winglets belong to the Canon Wings of Fire series. Talons belong to Pyrea Pantala. So, yeah, that's why I say Gold Talon, best Talon. Glory, you used to do mouse art? Bravo. I've never been able to do it. Like, it's really hard for me. And also, I'm left-handed. So, you know, it's already tough. I can barely write with my right hand, let alone use a mouse to stably draw. You still do? Well, yeah, good job, Blackout. Like, there's a lot more people than I thought that actually do it. So, is there anything else? Because if not, I'm probably going to end the stream. If there is, wonderful. If not, then yeah, we're going to call it. We've been going on a minute, or an hour and 16 minutes right now. Yeah, we at Elixir also went to BossCon. We watched her draw, and it was ridiculous. Like, it was so crazy. You gotta use a curve tool a bunch if you're using mouse art, like the pen tool in Photoshop. That makes sense. But I think Elixir does it entirely by hand. I could be wrong though. One more? All right, yeah, let's hear it. This all sounds very interesting. I'm glad you think so. Yeah, for those of you that are just coming in, you've just missed the Wings of Fire Awards. After the stream is over, there will be shortly after the recording of the entire stream will go up on my YouTube channel, so check for that. And also, a post will be made on DeviantArt and Amino detailing who has won each category. So, alright, thank you for coming, Phoenix. See you around. And, Blackout, Xbox, PlayStation, or PC? I'm gonna go with PC. Typically, if there's an exclusive for PlayStation or Xbox, it's also on PC. If it's an exclusive on Xbox, it's definitely on PC. Because who owns it? Who owns the Xbox? Microsoft. Who owns the Windows operating system, which accounts for 98% of operating systems used for gaming, which is what this question is tied to? Windows, which is owned by, you guessed it, Microsoft. Hey, Constelliards, nice to see you. You just missed the Wings of Fire Awards. After the stream is done, a recording will come up on my channel, and also a journal will be made on DeviantArt, and a post will be made on Amino detailing the winners of everything. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. So yeah, I'm a PC guy. There are lots of exclusives that are on those consoles are there. Crescent, you won! You won Best Musician! Congratulations, everyone! Give a hand to Crescent Music. You won Best Musician, above Music Mommy and Sami J. Laine. So, congratulations! Yay! Let's play the song again for you because, you know, you deserve it. Yeah! Woo! Alright, well, yeah, total underdog story. But congratulations. Congratulations, Crescent. You won Best Musician. That was above Music Mommy and Sammy J. Laine, so congratulations. You definitely got to do some more music. I'm very excited to see what you come up with. I've noticed that you've been doing a lot of art, and that's amazing, and I love Cypress. She's so cute. But yes, I'm excited to see whatever it is you do next. By the way, also the music that I've been playing for the winners, like the winners theme, is Pathfinder by Sammy J. Laine, which is the theme of the Wings of Fire Awards. Hurry, could there be a comic category? Maybe. It'd probably be not by the person, but by the individual comic. But then there would also have to be things like, the actual winners for that, and it's a whole thing. So, yes, maybe. If there are enough canon Wings of Fire comics going on, then yeah. Of course, the best of them all is the Wings of Fire graphic novel, because it's canon. But yeah, is there anything else here? I think everything's winding down. We have about half of the people, a little under. Personally, I do crafts over comics. I don't know many WoF comics other than Constelli's. That is true. I mean, there's also no, because that deals with fan tribes. Never mind. Yeah, crafts will, I'd say there's a 70% chance of crafts coming next year. Comics, a bit less. My amino is I'll put it in chat. If I can. Whatever, I'll just that's my amino. I don't use it very much. I just used it for the Wings of Fire Awards, but yeah, that's my amino. Dragon Sheep Suya about the Deathwing fan tribe on the Fanon Wiki. Yeah. Fan tribes are, for the Wings of Fire Awards, kind of a no-no. Because it's more based around the canon series more so than fan-made stuff in some ways. It's obviously based on fan-made stuff, but it's for the purposes of the canon series. Let's see. Here's another question. Favorite Wings of Fire book? Darkstalker. It was very, very well written. It explored 3 stories incredibly well, and it told us about a character which is one of my personal favorites, Darkstalker. Clearsight's another one of my favorite characters because of the sheer impact that she's had. Her little letter in book 11 to future generations made me tear up a little bit. It was so sad, but it was so bittersweet because Tui was thinking, and it seemed to really be like a love letter to the Wings of Fire community, not just the characters in the story. Best fan tribe could be a cute category, but sometimes it's owned by multiple people. That's true. But also, when it comes to best group / fan account, they're all owned by multiple people. All of these, all owned by multiple people. So, maybe. We'll see. Best fan tribe, I'd have to think about that one a little bit. Favorite second arc book, I'd probably give it to book 10. Book 10 is a very underrated... Yeah, she was thinking about her children and her fans, remember? Yes, I remember that. I forgot the children part, but her fans, definitely. Sorry, I had to cough again. Again, I'm a little bit sick, but I'm powering through it. Favorite second art book is book 10. Book 10 gets so much hate. But I think that it was a really well written book. There was tension. There was a what's happening next. There was a big fight scene, which was definitely like something that we've been wanting for a long time. Like the most we would get from books 6 through 9 are like, oh no, Peril accidentally burned somebody. Here, hi, I'm Turtle. Here's my magic rock that heals you. So, but book 10 had a little bit of violence in it, but it also brought back characters that everybody cared about, and it really started to expand on Kibli a lot, which is, obviously part of the intention of the book. But I love Kibli, but I liked the ending. I liked the ending. She could only do so much. I mean, I was at the interviews and stuff like that with Tui, and she said that what she originally wanted to do is she wanted to create an epilogue for each of the 10 characters. Like, where are they now, right? So starting with Clay and then Tsunami, Glory, all the way up through Kibli. But that was so long that her editor said, no, you cannot do this. It's way too long that you have to stop. You have to cut it off somewhere. So she had to cut it down. RB says, I think book 10 did well for what it was given, provided what happened in book 9. Book 9, I mean, it seems to me always that the 4th book in the arc is the weakest because the least amount happens. It seems to follow a structure. Book 1 I'm just in a 5-book arc, right? So I'm not talking about book 1, the Dragonette Prophecy, right? But I'm just saying book 1 in an entire arc. Book 1 is exposition. Who are the main characters? How do they relate to each other? And what is the main problem? So they set off on their journey with that to actually, figure it out. The second one is them actually setting out, though. Like the first one is them, usually ends with them leaving wherever they are at to go and fight the forces of evil. But book 2, you actually see the journey start to unfold. You see more the relationships between characters deepen and shift and change, and you start to slowly learn more about the first villain, whoever the first villain may be. Like for arc 1, right? The main antagonist of book 1 was Queen Scarlet. In book 2, the main antagonist was Whirlpool. But we didn't really have a true antagonist until book 3, when we learned that the main antagonist of book 3 is Blister. In my opinion, Blister's the main antagonist of book 3. If you guys think it's like Marosir, but yeah. I personally think Blister is the main antagonist of the first arc. That it establishes the main villain and it sets the stakes. That's the main things that book 3 does, and that's why the 3rd book is always so powerful, because it sets up what's going to happen at the end way before. Book 4 is where stuff starts to slow down, because it's basically like a stepping stone to book 5. It's designed to set up book 5, not really solve plot points. Tui said herself that that book 4 is the hardest to write for her in an arc, because she has to advance the plot without solving it. Because that's what the 5th book is for. And the 5th book, obviously it's the conclusion of the arc. All of the loose threads get wrapped up. Some of them are left for the possibility of a future arc. And then everything is resolved. So in book 5, the queen is crowned. The sister, 2 shall die and 1 shall learn. Blaze is the survivor, but Burn and Blister die. The false prophecy was fulfilled. And the Dragonettes of Destiny return to their daily lives. Glory goes back to being a queen, and the other 4 go to open Jade Mountain Academy. So it's a nice, beautiful, cohesive storyline, and that's a 5-book arc. So, let's look at book 9, for instance. Book 9 was very sad, because he gave up a lot. Tui said it herself in a blog post that book 9 was designed to, quote, rip your heart out and stomp on it. But and it did quite a good job. But despite that, I feel like there wasn't anything too major that happened. But it did set up book 10. It did show the rise of Darkstalker. But it didn't really show much beyond that. It just said, hey, Darkstalker's getting the Nightwings. We're bringing him to the Night Kingdom. And hey, look at that. Now he's the king, which is weird because, there's always been queens. So already you're like, whoa, that's weird. So you have to go. All right. Well, thank you for coming, Arby. Books 4 and 9 can consistently reveal that a dramatic reveal can completely change the paradigm of the overlying plot. Book 4, the highest stakes of any of the first 5, and Book 9 was a rampage. I agree with that. They definitely do reveal something major with the plot that changes either the character's outlook on the villains or the world's outlook on something. So in book 4, for instance, because book 9 is not a book I remember very well, to be honest, book 4, the prophecy that everybody believes in is a lie. It was not true. Morosir and Blister made it up. Alright, thank you for coming, Frostkeeper. So, that shocked everybody. Yeah, thank you for coming, Stormjet. It shocked everybody, because everybody, not just the characters, but the readers as well, because they're like, wait, what? The entire time, when you open the book, the first thing you see is the Dragonette Prophecy. The book 1 is called The Dragonette Prophecy. And to learn that the Dragonette Prophecy is fake is a complete world turner. And it's convenient because out of all of the 5 Dragonettes, the Dragonette who believed the most in the prophecy was Sunny. And book 5's protagonist was Sunny. We got to get in her head and see her direct reactions to it. And I thought that was quite interesting. But yes, book 10 is my favorite of the second arc. Of the third arc so far, my favorite is book 12, or not book 12, book 13. It was very good, and the training wheels are definitely coming off. Tui does like to subvert tropes. She definitely does. In the first one, it appeared tropey at the beginning because it's like, we're kids that can save the world in our own way, but it turned to something bigger than that, and I really like that. I think the 13th book was really good, though, because it got more violent. It became more true to what the original books were. Like, books 1 through 5 were bloody and brutal. And books 6 through 10 were very soft and easygoing when compared to it. But book 13 really kicked it up. Dragons being eaten alive, some things like that. I'm not going to spoil it because apparently some people still haven't read the book. But, a lot of crazy stuff. I'm not going to... I'll spoil a little bit. I'm not going to spoil the very end, right? So, you do need to set up tropes to break them, though. That's true. Don't we kind of see that in the second arc as well? With the breaking of tropes? I mean, yeah, you definitely do. Because, it's like, kids saving the world in their own way, but they are also given extraordinary powers that they don't know how to control. And when they learn how to control them, they realize that they're a curse. So they don't actually use these. They don't actually use their abilities to save the world. They think that they destroy the world. Which is very mature and unlike childish characters. Because one thing to remember is that the protagonists are all teenagers, basically. They're not 20, 30, 40 years old. They're all teenagers. So they still have that essence or that air of innocence to them that is slowly going away. And over the course of the books, you see a growth in character as they become more and more mature and realize more about the world around them. Book 13 goes from a wacky adventure to a Lovecraftian and cosmic horror. Yes, it certainly does, what with mind control and all that stuff. Dragon Slayer, I'm very excited for. I hope that people, get brutally stabbed or murdered or eaten. That would be very cool to see. And look, I'm a terrible person by saying that because I'm saying, hey, I'd love to see people die, but it's a book. It's not like it's actually happening. Yeah, but my favorite book in the first arc was probably book 2 because, or probably actually, now that I think about it, I went back and I read book 2 and it was really good, but I think I like book 3 more because for the longest time, Tsunami was my favorite character because I just loved how aggressive she was and I loved how she had that leadership in her. But going back, I think Glory is my favorite because Glory is very smart. Like, Tsunami isn't that smart. Like, she knows her way around a fight, but she's not that smart. Glory is smart, but she doesn't show it. I'm sorry, Blackout, I didn't mean to scare you. But Glory is very smart, and she knows how to do her thing. She knows how to do her thing. And plus, learning... Yes, the mystery of Book 2 is very cool. Book 3 wins by a hair. Book 2 was amazing. But Book 3, I loved reading the Rainwing Challenge. It was just so fun. Seeing, like, all of these amazing, incredible, like, challenges, but then seeing how desperate the queens are to win, that they're willing to go above and beyond to cheat. I think that that's just interesting. Because, queens should be about honor and preserving their image, but they don't care. They're just like, we're going to go and we're going to cheat because we want this more than you. Despite us not really doing anything. When it comes to book 3, book 13 is my favorite. When it comes to arc 3, book 13 is my favorite. When it comes to arc 2, book 10 is my favorite. And when it comes to arc 1, book 3 is my favorite. And out of all of the books, Darkstalker is my favorite. Usually the second of anything sucks, but arc 1, book 2 is awesome. Yeah, that's true. Sequels typically are bad unless the writer or unless the screenwriter or the author or the songwriter or whatever, right, has a plan in mind. Typically, second of anything is bad. I mean, like, there are exceptions. Toy Story, for instance, was amazing, and it really held up. There was definitely, like, a decline, I noticed. Like, Toy Story 2 is my favorite, and I feel like Toy Story 4 was the weakest, but, a lot of times, if you look at sequels, they do typically get worse and worse because it's either people trying to cash in or people just like losing interest. But Toei's very good at hooking you in and keeping you there. Shrek 2 kind of sucked. Do you have a top 5 characters? I don't have a top 5, but I can just name a couple characters I like. But yeah, sequels are usually a bad thing, but she does them very well. There is something that, like, I don't know if Egoraptor actually popularized the term or coined the term, but it's called sequelitis. Sequelitis is when a franchise of anything gets so many sequels that it either A, loses its meaning, or B, is just bad in quality. At that point, they stick to the original meaning, but they're just trying to pump anything out. A good example is The Simpsons, right? The Simpsons has been going on for years, but they've run out of steam. They've lost things to talk about or things to do. Meanwhile, there's shows like South Park, right, which keep up with the times because they exclusively talk about current events. It's not about, like, almost exclusively. Like, it's not like The Simpsons where it's just, hey, what else can we do in Springfield with these 5 characters? It's, they focus on current events, so they can stay with the times. But, yeah, but sequelitis is something that worries me because you can have all of these characters, right? And you can have all of these worlds, but if you write too much about it, then it loses its meaning. So one good example is Warriors. I mean, the original Warrior Cats arc was really, really good. I loved it. The second one was also really good. They were both incredible. But then you get to the third arc and it starts to deteriorate.